formed my own group, my own little record label. It was called Texas Team Records, and I had a group called SKS. And we started putting out albums. And they started doing really well. We started getting really, like, big bookings, going, from California to New York to Chicago to Miami to wherever, you name it, right? We were all over the place. We were doing opening spots for big, rappers at the time. I don't know if you know who they are, but people like, Bone Thugs-n-Harmony or Cypress Hill or South Park Mexican and all kinds of people, man. We did all kinds of shows with all kinds of people. And it lasted for a while. We started doing really well. Like, we were making good money. We had sold probably about 120,000 records on the underground, which was good back then, because we're selling, every album we're selling it for $10 profit, right? So it was good money, right? But we were still getting in the same kinds of trouble, though. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense to you. So I'm trying to get away from the streets, but now we're over here rapping in these clubs, and there's fights going on in the clubs, and there's shootouts happening at the clubs, and there's drugs going on at the clubs, and drinking and partying. So it's like, that's what I was trying to leave, but I'm still kind of doing that same stuff in a different arena, in a different place, right? So, it kind of bugged me for a while, it bugged me, that's what I was doing. And so, I kept doing it because it was making me the money. I needed to pay the bills and everything. And my dad, being the old Mexican dad, right? My dad hated the fact that I was doing hip hop music. He hated it. He just did not like hip hop music. He didn't understand it. He didn't want me being a rapper. He even told me, he said, I'd rather be caught dead than to go to one of your shows, right? So, we kind of had that kind of bumpy relationship for a little while. But one night, which is crazy, coming from my dad, because my dad was the one that didn't practice the faith as much. But one night we kind of had a little bit of a heated discussion about my music. I was like, Dad, can't you ever just be proud of me, Dad? Like, I'm just, I'm raising my family, I'm paying the bills, I got 3 cars, I got a house, I'm married, I'm doing all these things that all you can never do is criticize me, right? That's what I felt like, right? And my dad told me, he said, look, I'm not saying that you don't have a talent. Yeah, you have a talent, right? You have a talent. People listen to you. You influence people. But where do you think that talent came from? He said, that talent didn't come from yourself. That talent came from God. And you're using the talent to turn around and slap God in the face with it. And I was like, man, I was just kind of like taken back by that, because I knew it was true. It was 100% true that I was using my talent to do things like